Hello, boys and girls. Your friend Jeff here to talk about chords and capos today. People have asked me, what do you do about capos? And I said, well, use them all the time. Glenn Campbell said he got all his session work because he knew what to do with a capo. But they said, we saw you at Chanhassen. I remember you making a great joke about a capo. You called it a cheater. That's what my old teachers used to call it. They said, that's just a cheater. You know, slip a cheater on there and you play any chord you want. Should we mount a capo on the top side or from below? And we've seen both ways. Yes, you have. A lot of guys do what I do. They take a clamp capo like this. This one happens to be a G7 capo. This is the only one like this that I own because every single other capo I have but one is this, a Kaiser capo. And I love Kaisers, not just because they're great people and they have a great principal in the company, but they're easy to put on, and then when you're done, you just put it here on the headstock and you got a place to store it. So when you need a capo, grab away and go. And they're great for just slapping it on there and rolling it. One thing to be sure of is when you put a capo on though, make sure you put that edge of the rubber part right next to the fret, not on the fret, but right next to the fret so you're not pulling down over it really hard. And that way you're not going to, hopefully not going to pressure the string too much. Now here's a little trick that I want you guys to know about, and that is when we talked about coming up from underneath. This is the Minnesota Guitar Summit Kaiser capo. They did a special run for us. That was really, really cool. These were in the goodie bags that all the musicians that played got. If you go up from underneath and leave one string open, you might see me doing that. What happens when you do that is you get a different sounding E chord. If you play a D chord, like I am doing, and if you, behind the capo, that's an E chord. But I've got the low, see that? That low E string is ringing open. I wonder if you can see that. There you go. That E string is not covered up. So do that. Like my song, One Time Good Time. It's in the key of E. It really gives it that low end. Silver wave, shining in the sunlight, roaring engines. Here's where the bummer comes in about that though. When you want a 2 chord, you've either got to stay off that low string or you've got to reach down here. I wanted to tell you what I mean by that. When you play an E minor bar chord, you've got these 2 notes and that note there. And when you put that there, unless you're really a contortionist and you can do this, which I can't, my hand's about to collapse. Here's what I do. I'm playing the strings that fit with the E minor chord and I'm holding down that low F sharp. It's really an F sharp minor chord, so it's F sharp and all the other notes that make it up, but I've got that bass note. Otherwise, it's as low as you can go without using that. So that's one little trick. This is what I call an open D capo 2. It helps a lot. I mean, you can do a lot of things with it. You can also go for any song that you've got a melody like, let's see. Get a nice place to play melody around that C chord. If I wanted to do that song without the capo, it would be like this. That make a second guitar part, but doesn't have that melodic availability. It'd be kind of, clumsy to do that. Now you get that open ringing sound when you capo up there on the 4th fret and play in the key of C. So just learn, thing to do is take your capo and learn what chord gets what. If you capo on the 3rd fret and you play a C chord, you've got an E flat. And if you play a D chord, you really got an F chord. And that's the key that Mac McAnally wrote, in the town where I was raised, clock ticked and the cattle grazed. That was the key Kenny cut it in that we played that song with Kenny Chesney. And that's just putting the capo on the 3rd fret. Same with for Glenn Campbell, with Frank Sinatra on Strangers in the Night. Just capoing that ringing sound. He talked about that. So many things you can do with that ringing sound. I want to show you a couple more little tips. Here's something that's kind of fun. Put your capo on the 2nd fret, but don't cover up the skinny E string, if you can see that. And here's what you get. Up on top, it sounds like an open tuning kind of. That's pretty cool. So here's what you can have. All you folkies, I'm just playing a G chord shape to a C chord shape. You see that? But that open E string, that skinny string, is ringing. No capo. Get around the campfire, y'all. Play those. She came to me, said she knew me. All down that long, long time. There are nights I only feel right with Carolina in the pines. Get that ringing sound. That's a great use for that. Let's see. I want to teach you a couple other real quick things. I have a friend named Bo. His name is Mitch Bohannon. Oh, here's something. I'll get to Bo in a second. I think I left that over there. This is a cutaway capo. Yeah, we call it a cut capo. It gives you a low D string without doing the thing upside down. Same effect. But you can reach behind that, and so they've got that already cut away. That's kind of cool. That's another Kaiser capo, the Good Folks Kaiser. Here's their little capo. This is the baby capo, and I use this for mandolin and ukulele and banjos, things like that, because it's smaller and less pressure. Here is my shub capo. I like the shub a lot. It's real smooth and pretty and silvery, and goes on easy. It's low profile. There's not a lot of stuff sticking out, but when you pop it off of there, you might drop it on the floor. It won't hang on your guitar neck anywhere. And so you've got to find a place in your strap or your pocket for it. I tell you what, Kaiser wins 10 out of 10 rounds with me. They really do. Let's see, there's the cutaway. I want to find you Bo's capo. It's really, really brilliant. Where did I put that thing? Well, I had it. I might have to shoot this thing over if I don't find it in a second. I'm looking through, check this out, all my Kaiser capos. I got them all out just to have a little party. Here's one that you can attach your guitar neck to. You can put this on your guitar neck like this, and it's sort of a trigger capo. You know, you pull it like this, and it goes on your neck. And then you can put your phone on this little mount here, and you could shoot up the neck of the guitar like you're a rock star or something. I don't know. Where did the little one go? You know, I've been giving away, oh, here it is. I've been giving a lot of Bo's capos away because they're just so useful, and I want other writers to know about this cool thing. See how small that is? It's got a cutaway on the bottom, and it's got just a few inches, not even an inch really, of reach across. Check this out. Put that on there, and you get this. It's almost Hard Day's Night. That's just open. Get a hold of Kaiser capos. Get one of these. They're Bo's capos is what he calls them. I think they're called the shortcut. And you know, they're really cool. You really pretty much just got to put one on the guitar and mess around a little bit. I've got long ones like this for wider necks, like on my classical guitars, and my Ovation Viper, which is custom built wide neck. Here's my Dobro capo, nothing even close to any of the other stuff, but I've got that. It helps me capo my Dobro. You want to get some grief, get a red, white, and blue flag capo and play with Lee Greenwood. Those guys would not quit giving me a hard time about that. Here's my rosewood capo. I think this is the prettiest one they make. It's not actually made of rosewood, but it's made to look like it. And then I have my fancy, I'm comfortable with my female side, bling capo. I don't have any of the Daisy Mallory, Daisy Dang glitzy capos, but I've got this one. I'm pretty happy with that. And let's see, what else was I going to show you guys? Oh, there's so many things to do. I hope you guys will just get a capo and mess around with it and find out what you can do. And let's see if I got anything. Coming up from the bottom and leaving that E string open, that's kind of cool. You can do all kinds of fun. I use that probably more than anything, you know. And you guys have a good time with that. I hope I've helped it a little bit. And if I haven't, send me comments and I'll do my best to get back at it. Okay, take care.